Hey everybody, how's it going? Barry here, and today we're going to talk about the newest scheduled maintenance that we're going to be having. Should be going on over the next few hours. For me, for EST, I believe it happens overnight at like 3 a.m. or something. But anyway, quite a few things in here, so we're just going to go right through it, talk about it all. So first off here we have the announcement. Well, we already had the announcement before, but here's a little bit more details on the new 5-star Rebirth Mon we're going to be having, being Griffin. Again, looks so cool. I absolutely love the design for this Mon. So, I'm very, very excited about it. And yeah, that's going to be in the 5-star Rebirth just as Draka is, so sacrifice 3 Nat 5s for 1 Griffin. I'm really hoping that I'm able to get a light or dark within the first batch of pulls that I do, because I did not get any light or dark Draka, and like I already got Firewater Woodall Evo 3, so I don't have any reason to pull anymore just because of how rare they are. So I hope I can get light or dark Griffin so I can get that out of the way. But anyway, there will also be a fusion for it, so if you're lucky and you summon 2 light Griffins, you can fuse them for a dark, or if you get 2 dark, you can fuse them for a light. So, and that'll cost 1 mil gold, which crazy. Anyway, on to the next point. We have a new skill, Barbed Taunt. So this is the newer variation of taunt that we're getting. Interesting that they're making so many different variations of taunt. I did see somebody comment that they'd like for them to stop making everything taunt based, which I can see the issue there that people would have. So hopefully the next new skill we get is something not taunt related. And sorry if my voice sounds a bit like groggy or whatever. I'm still getting over being sick. So, but anyway, what Barbed Taunt does is it does the whole taunt thing as it draws the opponent towards you, but instead of Fearless Taunt, which gives you damage reduction as well, instead you attack back, which it'd be interesting to see how that plays out, because we don't know like how much damage you're gonna do when you attack back. It says it's proportional to the damage you received, but we don't know what that proportion is. Is it gonna be 10% of the damage you receive? Is it gonna be 20%? We don't know. So that'll be very interesting when we find out what it does. Also, important note, you cannot kill an Astromon when you hit them with a counterattack, so that's interesting there. It'll always leave them on 1. Also, we're getting more skill books, as they said, which we've been getting a lot of skill books. We did get an announcement for a bunch of other skill books before in the previous maintenance notes, but I didn't cover that one because there just wasn't as much to it as I would like. But anyway, so now we're going to get Alpaca and Mari skill books. Very nice. So Alpaca is going to be, well, we'll find out later on in these notes, but Alpaca is going to be the new returning Capture Festival Mon for the month of March. So the fact that books are coming around is very good. I feel like it'd be quite useful for light, dark, and maybe water. I don't remember what fire does. And wood is just going to be damage based, so nothing crazy there. But Mari getting books is also very nice, because light Mari is pretty good as a defense aggressor, but her damage is a lot lower than light Nike, just because light Nike has Super Evo and books. So Mari getting books will help balance that out a little bit. She still won't have Super Evo, so her stats will be a bit lower, but at least her damage can be somewhat similar. And then it's good for the other elements as well. Draka getting books, that is interesting. Hopefully Fire Draka doesn't get any more than just a 20% damage boost on each of its skills. I feel like Draka, if with too much boosts, it's already ridiculous enough. We don't need it to be any better. But it'll be good for like water, I guess. Water getting increased rate for its weaken would be very nice. Griffin, we don't know what its skills are yet, so can't really say anything there. Then Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Silver, and Shadow also getting books as well. So, very good there, very good there. Then we have official art for Super Banshee, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh my god. I'm so excited. I have my wood Banshee and my light Banshee ready to go. I'll be super evolving one of them as soon as the maintenance is done. So as soon as tomorrow hits, I'm going to be super evoing one of them, and then when the festival comes around, of course, I'll be super evoing the other for the gems there. Just because we can only get the gems for one super evolution per festival, so yeah. And here's the date for it. So the super festival is going to start on the 27th, so there's that to keep in mind. And then they're revealing the next one will be Leo, and after that will be Miho. Then here's the info for the capture festival for Alpaca. Firewater Wood will be catchable. Festival starts on March 10th, so keep an eye out for that, everybody. And which one you get depends on the stage you farm on. So normal gets fire, hard gets water, and extreme gets wood. So make sure you're farming the right level to get the right mons that you want. And we'll also get some shady shop stuff. So this stuff isn't super important. You can also fuse for light and dark. Fuse an Evo 2 fire and an Evo 2 wood for light, and an Evo 2 water and Evo 2 wood for dark. So there's that. Only 300k for that. Then there's going to be a package, which these packages are usually never worth it, so I don't recommend, unless you really want that gleam egg, but it's typically not worth it. Then we're getting more packages. These are paid packages using in real world money. So this one here specifically feels very pay to win to me, just because you can just, well, it is limited, I guess. So I didn't notice the limit before, but still, being able to get 6 total packages between the two of them will give you 12 Nat 5s right there. So feels kind of pay to win. Plus the 9 gleam eggs and then 3 high light dark eggs. Feels kind of pay to win, but I don't know. At least you can't select which mon you get, so there's still the RNG to it, but still, it is kind of lame. And then the variant Holy Gleam package is coming back. This has been around for a long time, so there's nothing negative to feel about it, at least from my perspective. Then we're getting light and dark Mari packages, so if you are interested in them, feel free to pick them up. It is another paid package, so keep that in mind. You do also get the gems and whatnot, so there's also that. Do I think it's worth? I don't know, depends on the price, and then also depends on how much you want it. If it's a mon you really want, and it's like $30 or whatever, go for it. I know I've bought some of the mon packages before, like I did it for Dark Anubis, back before he was obtainable in Fusion. So I can see why people would want to do it, but it's totally up to you. It's not necessary, though. They're not going to be like game breaking for you. And same for Light and Dark Leo. They're also bringing back packages for them, just so you can get them for the Super Festival that's coming next month. So, or not next month, April. So yeah, there's that. And then another evolution pack, so I'm guessing that's going to be like fruit and stuff or gleams or something. They didn't really say the details on it there. And then another interesting thing that leads me, that I have like a negative thought on, and that's the Estrogen Packages now holding crystals. So you see if you get the most expensive package there, which is I think $114 Canadian. I don't know about other regions or whatever, other currencies. But you get all those gems and whatnot, and you get that 300 crystals. That 300 crystals, that's an extra Nat 5 skill book right there. So that's pretty big. Yeah, it's a pretty big thing there. I don't really like that it is a thing because I don't know. Just crystals are already so rare, so making them obtainable with money is like leans pay to win to me. Like, I'm not upset about it, but it is annoying. And then also this part makes me sad. Like, I'm okay with it because their reasoning. So the natural 1 to 3 star league or exclusive league is being postponed. They didn't say a date. It says it's expected to be released in the next update, but we don't know when that is. It'll probably be the end of March. But it's just sad because I was so excited. Now I have to wait longer. But like, it's fine, I guess. Like, it's due to optimization concerns, so if them pushing it back means it's going to be better when it's released, I'm all for it. I'm just a little bummed. Then we do have a balance patch for quite a few mods. The font here is really small. Sorry if you guys can't see it. You can go and see the notes on their Facebook page where it has a more zoomed in image. I can't zoom in on my phone here with this. It doesn't let me. But we'll just go through it real quick. So first off, the slimes, all 5 elements are getting a buff, which is interesting that they would do it because they are nat ones. So I don't know, but like, it's cool. It's cool. At least they'll be somewhat usable now. Fire's getting a stat change. It was a recovery type, which was very weird because it's not a healer. So it's being changed to a tank, and stats are being reworked to adjust for this. It's getting a 30% HP increase to balance out it losing 30% recovery, but then it's also getting a 20% attack increase and a 10% defense increase. So overall, its stats are getting so much better. And then its 3 stars getting better too. So it was before 1% attack, 1 turn attack down for 40%. Now it's going to be 2 turn attack down for 60%. And then it'll have skill books on top of that, making it 70%. So there's that. And then on 3 star, it's staying the same, but skill books are going to make it up to 3 turns and 70%. So that's very nice there. Water's getting a 10% defense buff. No other stat changes there, but it was recovery down before for both its skills. Now it's going to be resist down on 3 star. Resist down is a 100% chance skill, so it's not like the percent doesn't matter. So it's going to be resist down 2 turns, and then it's going to get stun on its 3 star, 5 star, sorry. 60% 1 turn, skill books make it 70% 2 turns, but it is single target, so it's nothing overpowered or anything like that. But overall, very nice. Could be very good for PvP in the 1 to 3 league. Then Wood's getting a boost to its activation rates for its skills. Very nice there. Light is going from sleep and silence to double shock, and its shock rates are pretty decent. For its 3 star, it is 1 turn, 70%, and then 5 star is 70% 2 turns. And keep in mind that is both those things are for when it's fully booked. So yeah. And then Dark is the one getting the most interesting change. It is no longer a debuff mon the way the rest are. It is instead HP aggression. I don't know what Dark Slime's HP is off the top of my head, so I don't know how good it'll do. But it'll be pretty interesting to see in the 1 to 3 league, just because we only have one other aggressor that I can think of off the top of my head that would be usable in the 1 to 3 league. Or at least in terms of dark HP aggressors, there's only Dark Wolf. So adding Dark Slime to that it at least gives variety. So there's that. Then we get a buff to the Beacombs, those guys that you can catch at Star Sanctuary. Light is getting, so it had defense down on its 3 star, 40% 2 turns, and then sleep on 5 star for 60% 1 turn. The defense down is getting buffed to 60%. There's no mention of books, so I don't think they have books yet, but hopefully they do get books in the future. And then on 5 star, it has a self attack buff, the way Sonic does. Though it is a single target active, so it's not super crazy, but still pretty nice. Pretty nice getting that self attack up just to do extra damage. And again, since it is single target, it's going to nuke that one mon that it hits. So there's also that. And then Dark Beacom is getting the same 5 star, and it's getting changed to an attacker. So it is losing 30% of its HP, but gaining 70% attack. So it's going to be hitting pretty hard, I think, depending on what its stats end up being. I don't know the current values off the top of my head. And then its 3 star is Sap, which is getting a nice buff, but Sap and attack up don't really go well together, so I don't see Dark Beacom being all that relevant. Light might be relevant in the 1 to 3 league if it gets books to increase its defense down rate and its overall damage, but I don't see Dark being anything special just because that Sap would hold it back from PvP. Then also, let's scroll down a little bit more. Sorry if I take a bit long with this. This is the most important part of the update for me, at least. So I am going to spend a little bit more time on it. The arcs, all fire, water, wood. There is no light, dark. Fire, water, wood, all getting changes. So first off with fire, its 3-star is taunt currently. It's 1 turn for 20%, which is absolutely disgusting. And then on 5-star, it is attack down 60% 2 turns. But those are both being changed. So the 3-star taunt is being changed to damage reduction for itself for 1 turn. Pretty nice. We see that on mons like Sonic has it on his 3-star, and so does Light Harlequin. So it's pretty nice. And then on 5-star, he has Fearless Taunt now, 60% 2 turns. It doesn't have books, so hopefully it does get books in the future to change, to increase that rate. Maybe increase to 70%, 80% would be nice. Then Water Arc is getting a complete change as well. So it is getting damage reduction on the 3-star too. And then on 5-star, it is getting stun 60% 2 turns. I believe Arc is a single target active mon as well. So nothing overpowered there in terms of like nat 2s. Then Wood is getting an even bigger change. So it's being changed from a tank to an attacker, getting a solid 30% attack increase and 10% defense increase. Its HP is getting a 20% reduction though, which will be interesting. So its 3-star is also going to be damage reduction. So that's going to be something we're going to see across all the arcs. Which actually is interesting on how farming story stages that have arc is going to become. That damage reduction might slow down runs, now that I think about it. Like Fire Arc is in Pegos Coast, so gonna need a really hard-hitting Watermon to get through them now. I don't remember if Wood or Water are on any story stages, so can't really speak about that. But then Wood's 5-star is being changed to Hunter. It's a 50% Hunter, very nice. Don't know how well it'll do, just because I don't know what its stats will be, but it could be useful as a Wood attacker in the Nat 1-3 league, though it still will be outclassed by Wood Mushi, definitely. And speaking of Mushi, Mushi is the next one to talk about. Water Mushi is getting a change. It's being changed from a balance type to an attacker, getting a 20% attack buff and a 10% HP reduction, which I don't know how that'll affect it at all, because I don't know its stats. Then its 3-star is being changed to Fearless Taunt, 60% 1 turn. Skillbooks will make it 80%, which is pretty nice. So it'll have that damage reduction and that taunt. Very nice. Especially on an attacker, that damage reduction is always nice. Though, I don't know how well it'll do because it is an attacker and it's going to have lower overall bulk than it currently does. So it might die fairly quickly even with the damage reduction. And then his 5-star is Predator, which is 40%, and it'll be nice because it'll do some decent damage with its Predator, but the thing about this is that it's just not gonna... Its skills don't mesh well, so it's not gonna do too well, I think. Then the ties are getting a change. Light is becoming Double Shock. Skillbooks makes its 3-star 70% 2 turns, and its 5-star 80% 2 turns. It is single target, so there's that to keep in mind, but overall it'll be a really good CC mon for the 1-3 league. I don't remember its stats off the top of my head. I do have a video about Ty up already, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. Just keep in mind the skills will change, but I do go into detail about the stats a bit more there. And then same for Dark, though Dark is getting a change to its stats overall. So it's being changed from a defender to an attacker, getting a 70% attack increase, which is very nice, and then a 15% HP reduction and a 10% defense reduction. So pretty interesting. I do remember it having very low attack stats, so that's at least nice. And then its 3-star is being changed to Silence, which can go up to 2 turns and 70% with books. And then its 5-star is being changed to Hunter for 50%. So it'll be okay. Nothing great, but it'll be okay as just a dark attacker for the 1-3 league. And then Hunter is getting a buff for its fire, water, wood elements. Pretty nice. So fire is getting a 10% attack increase. Then it's getting boost to its skillbook values in terms of its damage. So that's another thing to keep in mind there. It's going to get very nice damage increases, which I'm happy about because I already have my fire hunter fully booked, ready to go for the league. the 1 to 3 league. Once I just need to put on gems, but he's booked up and level 60, so he's ready to go almost. So that's very nice for me at least. Water is getting a buff, and in terms of just its stats, its skills are staying the same, but it's getting a big attack increase, so 30% and a 5% defense increase, and a 10% HP reduction, which is alright. It is double HP Siphon, and the thing that really holds it back, besides there being other mons that are just outclass it, like Water Sun Wukong does the same thing, just better. But the thing that really held it back was that it had a really low attack stat. Its attack stat didn't even hit 2k, so that 30% increase is going to be pretty nice. It's going to be pretty nice for it. Wood is getting a change as well to its skillbook values. So for skillbooks, it's going to make its morale boost 30%, and its sap is going to be going up to 70% 2 turns. I will be making a video on Hunter pretty soon. I have the notes ready to go. This will affect those notes, definitely. So I do have to do a little bit more reworking with the notes that I had for it, but expect that very soon. Then we're going to get a change for Ramu. The only thing that's changing is that he will be losing his crit requirement for his skills. So, pretty nice. It is an attacker though, so building it with crit rate is still okay. But now that it's not required, that's always nice as well. So it can actually fit on a defense team now that I think about it. So it's pretty good. And I will be making a Ranmu video as well. I'm doing a lot of videos on Nat 3s that I have planned out. Then Mona is getting a change as well for fire, which I'm very happy about because before her 5-star was pretty much useless. Her fatigue is being changed to attack down. The rates are staying the same. I don't know what the skillbooks did to her fatigue before, but for the attack down at least, it's going to go up to 80% 2 turns, so it's pretty nice. And with her high HP and her SP Siphon on 3 stars, very good. Very, very good change to her. Very happy about that. And then the last one we're getting is Crowhawk changes. And hopefully it'll be clear when it's in-game, because this is kind of confusing here. So, or at least it was the first time I read it. But so Fire's 3 stars being changed from Wood Hunter to Morale Boost, 30%, and skillbooks will boost that to 50. I don't remember what Fire's 5-star is, though. So I don't know how good having that morale boost would be. That's interesting. Actually, I think his 5-star is Sap. I'm pretty sure it's Sap, so yeah, overall that wouldn't be a good change. Now that I think about it. Because there really wouldn't be a place you'd want to use it. Water is losing its Fire Stalker and instead gaining Hunter for 50%. That's a good change. I'm very happy about that. And then Wood getting a 10% attack increase, and then it's losing its Water Stalker in place of Hunter as well for 50%, so that's a very good change there. So Wood and Water are going to be a lot better and probably going to be usable for the 1 to 3 league. Fire, not so much, just because I'm pretty sure it's 5-star is Sap, which isn't helpful. Water, I know what Sap is, its 5-star is Stun, and then Wood's 5-star is Defense Down, I think. So they'll be pretty decent, but Fire, not so much. Then, onto some more other features that we're going to be getting. So this damage meter thing going to be introduced. So when we're farming content, it'll keep track of like how much damage each of your units is doing, which is interesting. Doesn't affect gameplay at all. It's just for those people that would be interested in it, I guess. I don't know. In case you want to see how much damage each of your mons do. I don't know. But it can be toggled off, so it's not going to be there permanently. You can toggle it off if you don't want it. Then this is something that I'm really happy about. We're going to get lucky box thing for Astro Gems. So we watch an ad, get 20 to 200 gems. Very nice. I was surprised they didn't introduce that when they did it for the rest of the things that we can get, like Energy, League tickets, and Gold. So seeing that they're doing it now for gems, that's a very good thing. Very happy about that. Then here we are with the changes that are doing to the monthly quests and whatnot. So they're going to change the monthly, weekly, and daily quests so that we can get more gems from doing quests and stuff. So it'll be changed from about 550, as they stated it was before, to about 1,700. So that's a pretty big increase. Very nice. And then also we're going to get increase the amount of energy we get from these things and low-grade star fruits. So that's also very nice. But then also they're introducing a cap on sliming. So they're not removing it, but they're introducing a cap. So you can only do it 10 times a week. So get one Evo 3 Mon 10 times a week. I'm indifferent. Like, I know there are going to be people that are going to not like this, but since I don't do sliming, it doesn't affect me, but I can see why other people would be upset about it. So, I don't know. There's not much else to say there, for me at least. Then we have a change to, a little change to CVC. So instead of getting Poseidon stones for the fire element at the end of every week, we're instead going to be getting wood, which is nice because now people can start working on Evo 3 wood well, at least getting wood Poseidons, which is nice because they are pretty good. It is Fearless Taunt, and I don't remember what his 5-star is, but I think it's done. But it'll be pretty nice. I'm looking forward to that. There's a mistake in the wording here. It says soul stones for water are being replaced with wood, but as we know, right now we're receiving fire stones, so it'll be changing from fire to wood. So, yeah. And then general updates and fixes. Let's see. I don't think there's anything super crazy here. Just breathing through it real quick. Oh yeah, we're getting an increase to our base energy cap, which is very, very nice. So, for examples of the increase, so at Evo 2, at level 1 for your character level, normally we used to start off with 20 energy, now that's being changed to 50, and then the other example they gave is at level 41, yeah, here we are. The maximum amount of energy held upon reaching level 41 is going from 60 to 130. So that's a pretty big increase. And that doesn't take into account upgrading your ship. So we can get a lot more base energy, which is nice because I've upgraded my ship quite a bit. So I should have a fairly large amount of energy, especially because I think my account is level 62, 63. So I'm looking at maybe 200 energy. So that is very, very cool. Like 200 energy cap. Very nice. Or not energy cap. Base energy cap, I guess. The amount that I'll be able to restore through time rather than just spending gems and stuff. I mean. But yeah, that's going to be it for the notes, guys. Let me know what you think or about anything that's going on with it. Especially the balance patch. That's the thing that I'm most interested in. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Have yourselves a good day, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.